All right, so today we're diving into something pretty different.
Yeah.
It's called Chew by this guy, JohnSZMomon.
Yeah.
And we've got like the actual like words from the video
Right.
and then like a document that kind of analyzes the lyrics. So we're going to try to like unpack what's going on in this piece, Chew.
Absolutely.
So like the first thing I noticed right away is that it's not like a normal song.
Yeah.
Like it's very raw.
Yeah, it doesn't use typical like spelling and grammar.
Right.
It creates a style that's almost like jarring at times.
Yeah, it's not like polished or perfect or anything.
Yeah.
But that seems intentional, you know?
Like if it feels raw and unfiltered, like we're getting this stream of consciousness right from the speaker's mind.
Straight from the speaker's mind.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and there's that line.
Yeah.
I guess you had it on my flay and my heart straight out of my, like, that just hits hard.
It does hit hard.
And like the word flay instead of fly.
Right. Like it just kind of suggests this carelessness. You know?
Yeah, it amplifies that sense of betrayal.
Yeah.
It wasn't just that the speaker's heart was taken, you know, it was the almost casual way it was done.
Yeah.
And that kind of sets the stage for the emotional complexity that we see throughout the rest of Chew.
Yeah, and there's this like back and forth between like pain and loyalty. Like the speaker says, I never leave you to the end.
Right.
But then we also see all this hurt that's caused by like miscommunication and stuff.
And that's where it gets really interesting. You know, it's not just like simple heartbreak.
Right.
It's about this struggle to be heard and understood within a relationship. And we see this internal conflict in the line, you just go in one ear, out the other end. Me don't think you hearing it or me.
It's like screaming into the void.
Yeah.
And then there's that line. Really, how could you say nothing? It like they were just waiting for a response, you know? Yeah.
And just nothing.
The silence can be deafening.
Yeah.
Almost like a form of rejection. And you know, this actually taps into a psychological concept called cognitive dissonance.
Oh, okay. So
have you heard of that?
I've heard of it, but I don't really know what it is.
Yeah, so cognitive dissonance, it's basically like the mental discomfort that we feel when we hold like conflicting beliefs or values. So in this case, right, the speaker's loyalty is clashing with the pain of feeling unheard and disregarded.
Right.
And this creates this tension that drives the emotional narrative of Chew.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So it's not just about the relationship itself. It's about like the speaker's own internal struggle.
Exactly.
And amidst all of this, there's this this glimmer of self-belief and optimism that shines through. They say, my future optimistic here. I think you missed supervisions.
Absolutely.
So they're not letting this negative experience define them.
Right. And this line is so fascinating because it reveals a lot about the speaker's personality. They're not letting this negative experience define them.
Right.
It's like they're saying, you might not see my worth, but I do, and my future is bright regardless.
There's almost a defiance there.
Yeah.
Like a refusal to be brought down by what the other person did or didn't do.
Exactly.
It reminds me of the psychology of attachment. You know, like even in these painful relationships, we can like become attached and it's hard to let go.
That's a great connection.
Yeah.
Because the speaker's loyalty, despite the pain, might stem from this deep-seated attachment. You know, they're holding on to this belief that things can change, that the other person will eventually see them.
Right.
Yeah.
And there's also this spiritual dimension to it.
Yes.
The line, spiritual lightnings at a certain direction in your section looking for merits. Like it suggests that they're searching for meaning beyond just this immediate situation.
It introduces a whole other layer to the speaker's internal world.
Right.
They're not just seeking understanding from the other person, but also from a higher power.
Yeah.
Searching for validation and purpose in a larger spiritual context.
So we've got like this mix of like emotional turmoil, loyalty, miscommunication, self-belief. And then there's this like assertive side to the speaker. Lines like, fuck it, I'm about to go to the pee. Make you look bad, hell yes. Like, that's pretty intense.
It is intense.
Yeah.
And that raw language might be off-putting to some.
Yeah.
But it reflects the speaker's need to assert themselves, to reclaim their power in a situation where they feel powerless.
It's like a defense mechanism almost.
Exactly. Yeah. It highlights the rawness and honesty of the piece.
Yeah.
You know, it's not sugar-coated or sanitized. Yeah. It's raw expression of emotion in all of its complexity.
Okay, so we've kind of laid out some key themes here, like the emotional turmoil, the struggle for connection, the speaker's self-belief, and their spiritual searching.
Yeah.
And we haven't even touched on, like, some of the more cryptic lines.
There's much more to explore.
Yeah.
Like the line, "Ling with the flow, we all bless until you don't know that's forever spiritual."
Right.
That one's particularly intriguing, especially within the context of the speaker's optimism and self-belief.
Yeah.
So let's dive into that in the next part of our deep dive.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, that line about "Ling with the flow," it really stands out. It seems to suggest this like deeper spiritual understanding, almost like a mantra.
Yeah.
The speaker uses to navigate these challenges.
It's like they're saying, you know, we're all inherently blessed, connected to this universal energy until we lose sight of it.
Exactly. And it ties back to their unwavering optimism.
Right.
They're not just blindly hoping for the best. They have this deep-seated belief in this spiritual order, this flow, that ultimately guides everything towards good.
So even though they're experiencing all this pain and feeling misunderstood and stuff, they're still anchored to this bigger picture.
Exactly.
This idea of a forever spiritual force.
Precisely. It's fascinating how they hold on to this belief even amidst all the turmoil.
Yeah.
But Chu isn't just about like spirituality and deep emotions. There's also this intriguing line, "I'm a Playboy rabbit, so you know I got carrots."
Yeah, that one kind of threw me off.
It feels like a shift in tone almost. Like playful.
Yeah, it's like we're seeing a different side of the speaker.
Right. We've got the vulnerability, the yearning for connection, but also this confidence, maybe even a bit of swagger.
It's like they're saying, hey, I'm more than just my pain.
Yeah.
I got this fun, attractive side too.
Right. And it might be more than just bravado.
Oh, okay.
You know, this Playboy rabbit persona could be a manifestation technique.
A manifestation technique? What's that?
So the speaker clearly believes in their own potential, right?
Right.
By embodying this confident, charismatic persona, they might be attracting positive experiences, the carrots they desire.
That's a really interesting interpretation. It's like they're using this persona to like shape their reality.
Exactly. It speaks to the power of self-belief and how our perception of ourselves can influence our experiences.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then we have the line.
Yeah.
Practice the veg. I got C out.
That one's like the most cryptic to me.
This one's definitely the most cryptic.
Yeah.
It's hard to decipher, but it seems to suggest personal growth, overcoming a challenge.
Like, what is the edge?
Well, we've seen the speaker go through a lot, right?
Yeah.
Emotional pain, miscommunication, a spiritual search. Maybe the edge represents that whole journey, the process of learning and evolving.
And then see out is like breaking free from something.
Right. A negative situation, a limiting belief.
Yeah.
It's like they're saying, I've worked through it, learned from it, and now I'm practicing this new way of being.
That's a good point. It ties in with this self-belief and resilience that we've been talking about.
Yeah. The speaker isn't just passively accepting things. They're actively shaping their path, practicing a new way of being that aligns with their vision.
It's inspiring.
It is.
They're choosing to focus on their optimistic future.
Yeah.
Their supervisions and taking steps to embody that vision.
Absolutely. Chu isn't just about expressing pain.
Yeah.
It's about rising above it, embracing personal growth, and claiming agency in shaping one's destiny.
That's a powerful message.
It is.
About resilience and the power of self-belief.
And it makes you wonder, how does Chu fit into JohnSZMomon's broader artistic vision?
Right.
What does this piece tell us about his overall message and the kind of space he's creating for his audience? Let's explore that in the final part of our deep dive.
So, like, when we think about Chu, you know, in the context of JohnSZMomon's other work, his YouTube channel and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like authenticity is like a big part of his brand.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
You know, Chu really embodies that.
Yeah.
It's raw. It's unfiltered.
Right.
It's emotionally honest. And that's refreshing. Yeah. In a world that often values like polished perfection.
It's like he's giving us permission.
Yes.
To be ourselves,
To embrace our complexities.
Yeah. And to express ourselves without being afraid of what other people think.
Exactly. And I think that's why his work resonates with so many people.
Yeah.
Especially those who feel misunderstood.
Yeah.
He's creating a space where it's okay to be different.
Right.
To be vulnerable, to be real.
It feels like more than just entertainment, almost.
Yeah.
Like he's building a community.
You're right. There's a sense of belonging in his work, you know? The shared experience of vulnerability and authenticity.
He's inviting us to join him on this journey of self-discovery, and that's really powerful.
Yeah.
So when we, like, consider Chew,
yeah,
you know, in the context of JohnSZMomon's bigger artistic vision, it becomes even more meaningful, you know?
Right. It's a statement about self-acceptance.
Yeah.
Resilience and the power of being true to yourself.
And it reminds us that art doesn't have to be perfect to be profound.
Right.
Sometimes the most impactful art is the art that's like straight from the heart.
The art that's raw and unfiltered.
Yeah.
The art that reflects the messiness of the human experience.
Yeah, Chew shows us that beauty can be found in like
yes,
unexpected places.
In the unconventional.
Yeah.
In the depths of our own emotional landscapes.
Okay, so we've covered a lot today, you know. Exploring the emotional depth and the unique style and like the meaning behind Chew.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
It's been a journey.
And if there's one thing to take away from our deep dive, it's this embrace your own Chew, you know, embrace your unique style, your emotional complexity, your own journey of self-discovery.
Yeah, beautifully said.
And for our listener out there, we encourage you to check out the full Chew video on JohnSZMomon's YouTube channel.
Yeah, go explore it, sit with it, and come up with your own interpretation.
Exactly.
Until next time, keep diving deep.